And that's another thing. Uh, um, Rick Bush and some other people were like, well, we're wondering, we're having a little problem with our power supply. We can't seem to get that much power. Or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well, what are you using? And I guess they're using nuclear power. And it's like... I was like, no, you're going to need at least 100 to 1,000 foot drop. Like I say, sometimes what we did is we actually diverted a river and then ran it down 1,000 feet. We got 1,000 feet of drop going. What you do is you go up 1,000 feet, you take the whole river and you shove it into pipes, and then you take it down like 1,000 feet. And you really get that water moving. You just get it. You just get that water flying. Just flying down that 1,000 foot drop. You know, you just take a big pipe and you just get it flying. And it's just flying down that water, and you nice constant slope down the drop. And then it just hits those impellers and it just goes, and it just spins them really fast. And when you get that, like I said, well, we were using a rotary propeller, a rotary impeller. So not exactly the most efficient. Nowadays, what they have is they use the little circular kind. So what they're using, and they're using a big weight. So what they're using technically is better. I mean, their system is better. It's using a big lot of thing, and there is using the water is slinging. They use the slingshot effect, where it's coming around and it's going in and down. You know, because it hits the impellers and then it goes in and down. And that actually is a better, it's using the circular, of the drain effect. And that's actually a better way. What I think we were using back then is we were using impellers. So the water is going around a propeller. It was either a propeller or it was a propeller this way, just like a paddle wheel kind of thing, I think, or something like that. Anyway, and I think if you look at the schematics, what it is, it's an impeller, and then it goes to like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of my tantalum wiring generators, and then I think that was we had the smelter here on the other side of the river, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 rows of those generators, of those big ones. When you look at the Westinghouse pictures, those big generators, that's what we had, and then a shaft maybe going through them. I think it was a shaft, and then a shaft went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, when we were done, when we sold the dam, my people were like, we're not going to give them the secret. We're not going to tell them how we did this. We're going to wait until you tell them, and then we'll start doing it again. Because we know, because my people were like, we would have never discovered this without you. There's no way in hell. And we know what, and people were already, they already heard the word on the street, or the word that was basically that they were going to rob me of everything. And just deny me and say that that they had come up with it. They were already saying that. So they're already trying to cheat me out of my glory. And my people were like, we're not going to let that happen. So, like I said, my people took all the tantalum wires off and took the whole cord out. And they even took out the vial, the smelter. Well, plus it was radioactive, so they kind of had to do that. Otherwise it would have hurt people. So my people were like, my people rewired it all and put a brand new vial right there and rewired it all with copper. So when the rest of them saw it, they were like, you used copper! You were lying to us! And I was like, no, I wasn't. Anyway, though. Ancient Chinese man say, if you know invent, then you know how it work. And if you're just a liar, well, then you're just a liar. Anyway, they were going to deny me, and the new owners of the dam were going to say that they had invented it themselves. They're like, "Yep, we invented it, and it works." They were already saying that they invented it and that it worked, and that they were already telling people that they were doing it already, and collecting investors on this new idea they had, as if it wasn't already working. So anyway, it was just so fucked up, like I say. But yeah, we were turning granite into gold. Yep. turns out, like I say, there's actually, and people were like, we looked at that granite. There's no gold in that granite. There's not one speck of gold in this granite. Where were you getting your gold? They said you must have been salting it or something. And I was like, I wasn't salting it. What's salt? What do you mean salting? Anyway, that's insulting to me. Anyway, though, they were like, where's the gold mine? It's like, because they thought I had struck gold. They're like, well, he's around the river. It must be an old gold score or something like that. And he must just be mining the river. They thought I was mining the river. They were watching the river. They were, I was like laughing. I was like, it's not the river. Once a week, we would drain off the gold. Like I said, it would accumulate, and at the end of the week, there'd be like, yay much of a band in the vial. There'd be about a 1 foot band of solid, pure gold. It'd be like a 6-inch to 1 foot band of solid, or 8-inch band of solid, pure gold. A disc about 8 inches tall by about 9 feet wide of solid, pure gold from granite rock. I was the first one ever, LS, to do it. As much gold as you want. Yep. So ceramic and asbestos is how the thing would work. And then we would uncork it once a week and from granite rock. Anyway, so like I said, at 50,000 degrees, the molecules recombine into all kinds of different shapes and different new things. So you get quite a bit of gold, actually. For the next 30 or 100 years, or however long, they were saying, it was an alchemy thing, and the Midas touch, the Midas, Sir Midas of the past. It's like, it was Lucifer Star and me. I know because I did it. So, anyway. And there was tons of gold and silver and all kinds of metals. Just like magic. And Rodney and everyone else can go themselves. Because I was the best. At the time I was like, I am Lucifer. I was young. I was young, and it was just, well, I mean, they had given me so much shit. And even my people were like, they gave you so much shit over this. They didn't believe you, not even a little bit. You know, they thought you were bringing in gold or buying gold. People were actually saying, he must be going broke buying all that gold. What's he buying all that gold for? I was like, I'm not buying it. Sorry. Well, I was victorious. I was, it was my biggest moment in the whole, it was my moment where I was like, just like, I mean, believe me, if people talk shit to you for like years, if people talk shit to you for years and put you down and call you a liar and call you a piece of shit and call you this and call you that, and then you finally get to that moment, you're just like, you're just like, you want to, it's just, and I was just like mad, and I was victorious. So anyway, it felt good. It felt real good. So, and then afterwards, of course, Rodney and everybody else were like, you didn't do it. And they actually switched it and said all the gold came from their mine, which was up the stream. And their little smelting plant, which had copper wiring, which never could have gotten to the right heat, the amount of heat temperature. They said that they had discovered how to make gold. They're like, okay, how do you do it then, Mr. Copper Wire? Actually, you know what we did? We left a little bit of gold in the bottom. My guys did this.